Hello, my name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD89 and VA Claims Consultant, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. Today I'm bringing another educational video as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process. Today I'm going to be discussing, is there a wait time or standard time for the VA to complete a VA rating decision, and also I'm going to be discussing what are some things that can impact the length of time that it takes for your VA rating decision to be completed. But as always, before I get into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and please share this video with your fellow veterans. Also, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So today's video, wait times. Is there a standard wait time for the VA to complete your rating decision? Now, I've been getting asked this question several times during my YouTube live streams. I get emails, and in my roundtable, I always get asked, is there standard wait times? Okay, I get veterans that say, hey, my claim was ready for decision. How much longer would it take for them to make a decision? Oh, I went from ready for decision back to the development stage. Why did that happen? How long is it going to go? How long is it going to be before I get back to ready for decision? Okay, there is no standard time that the VA has or will tell you that your claim or your rating decision will be adjudicated in this amount of time. Now, I know at one point they had a target date of 125 days. Okay, now, you may think that some veterans may think that's too long. Some veterans may think that's too short. I actually think that it's very doable on some claims. Okay, for example, if a veteran is claiming just a simple increase, does a DBQ from their private physician, the DBQ is actionable and sufficient. They check the FDC box on a VA Form 21-526CZ. They have nothing else to submit. Veteran Service Connected for it, they submit it. It shouldn't take 125 days, okay? Because as long as the DBQ is actionable and sufficient, there's no need for a CMP exam, okay? As long as everything is there to adjudicate the claim, okay? Now, there is no set time that the VA will or has to complete your claim. There are a lot of rules and regulations that your adjudicators have to follow, okay? So a lot of people may say, oh, well, it only took 5 days for my claim. You may have another vet that says, oh, it took 6 months. It's different for every veteran. Every claim is different, okay? Now, what I think the most important part of this is, what are some of the things that can prolong those wait times, okay? And again, this is just my opinion. I'm pretty sure there's hundreds out there, but just some things that I've seen, and also with my particular claim as well, okay? So I did a video a couple of years back where I talked about my VA claims experience as a VA RVSR VA rater, okay? And one of the things I talked about in that video is, when I submitted my VA Form 21-526CZ, I notated, there's a section on that form that asks, have you sought treatment from, private physicians and the VA healthcare systems? And I put about 4 different private doctors, okay? And I remember getting a phone call from a VSR at the Atlanta regional office, and he gave me some really good information. He stated, he's like, hey, I'm about to schedule your CMP exams, but I cannot do that because you stated that you sought treatment from a private physician. So I have to send you a medical release form that's going to put your claim on hold for a certain amount of time until you return it back to us. And then we send it to those doctors, which is going to add more time. We're going to have to wait on those doctors to send stuff back. And if they don't send anything back, then we have to send you a letter stating that we went out to those doctors, and that's gonna prolong your claim even more. So I was like, look, don't worry about it. Just put in my file that I said, do not develop for those private records. I'll get them myself. And as soon as I got off the phone, I got home that day, I immediately got on the phone, called those doctors. They were out of state, and they were really helpful. And I got that information within a matter of weeks. But most importantly, I got a call around the same time these letters started to come in from these private providers to schedule my CMP exam, okay? But I just want to use that as an example of one of the things that if you do, it could prolong your claim. Now, I'm not saying not to let the VA go out and get those records for you. That's a decision that you're going to have to make. But keep in mind, if you do, it could prolong that claim because that VSR at the VA has, by law, has to do that development for you that you requested, okay? So that's one thing. Now, number two, long and unclear statements, okay? Now, I could write something and read it and understand it. 10 other people could read it and not understand it, okay? I think, in my opinion, the way that veterans word their claim is very key because it takes added stress off that person that's completing that development that's reviewing your initial claim, okay? And what I mean by that is when veterans file a claim, they'll start writing. A lot of times, veterans will call me and we'll get to talk and they'll say, let me just tell you my story. And at that point, I'm already lost because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be your story. It's going to be long, drawn out, and it's the way you state it. Okay, sometimes I understand it because we're on the phone and I can answer some questions. Unfortunately, when you file that claim, no one's on the phone with you. That person has to read what you wrote, okay? And this is one of the mistakes that I made. Wrote like a 2-page letter. I was like, oh man, this is solid. They're gonna understand it. They came back with even more questions. I'm like, what do you don't understand? But again, when they sent that letter back, guess what it did? It prolonged my claim. Now, by no means am I saying, not to explain yourself. That is something that you have to do. But I took a class during my MBA program, and one of the professors said, write a 10-page paper. Okay, not a problem, wrote 10 pages. Come back to follow a couple weeks later, she says, now take that 10-page paper, make it an 8-page. And she got all the way down to 2 pages. And Lord and behold, that 2-page letter explained what I was stating in the 10-page, if you could believe it or not, okay? So I didn't use this initially with my claim, and then I started to. And when I started to, I started seeing some success because I felt I took that pressure off that VA employee to interpret what I was trying to say. Something simple as, I'm claiming a knee condition. Or simplifying and saying, I am claiming a right knee condition. Okay? Something as simple as that. Okay? But again, this is your claim. You do as you see fit. Okay? I'm just sharing my personal opinion. Okay? So those are 2. The third one, sending in unnecessary paperwork. And again, this is your claim. If you want to send in whatever you want to send in, by all means. But keep in mind, somebody has to review this information. So if you're sending in somebody says, just send in everything you got. And it's 2,000 pages. And you only need 5 of those pages. Somebody has to look at that. Okay? A human being has to click on a link and start going through all these pages. And trust me, it is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Again, this is your claim. You send in what you see fit, okay? But keep in mind, someone has to look at all the information, okay? So if you have 2,000 pieces of evidence, you got to ask yourself, I only need 5 out of this 2,000. Do I want to send it all 2,000 or just the 5? Okay, that would be up to you. All right. So quick recap. Is there a standard wait time for the VA to make a decision on your claim? No. Now, they could have a target time at certain regional offices, but it's no set time that says, oh, for veteran claims, let's just say 2 conditions. The claim must be done in 30 days. If the veteran claims 5 conditions, then the claim must be done in 45 days. There's nothing out there like that I know of anyway, okay? Same thing with submitting a FOIA request for a copy of your VA claims folder, okay? There is no set time. There may be a target time, okay, but that's just a target time. Doesn't mean that they're going to complete it in that amount of time. And then I covered some things that I felt, like I say again, I felt, just my opinion, covered 3 things that I thought that could extend the time for your claim. Again, keyword could, okay? So I hope you found this video informational and educational, but also, again, these are all my opinions. It is your claim. You have to make the decision on not only what you're claiming, how you're claiming it, how you're going to word it, how much evidence you're going to send in, but also keep in mind, there's a human being on the other side that's going to have to interpret it and go through all that information, okay? So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.